Hey now, it's Anthony with A and bringing you another cop story. This is 2010. I've just made Narcotics. I'm a narcotics detective now, and I'm excited. I'm doing search warrants, kicking in doors, taking dope boys down, getting drugs off the street. And I'm excited. I'm with all my buddies who have been in narcotics for years. They have taken me under their wing, and man, I was just so excited. Now, this is probably one of the best and worst years in law enforcement for me. But that's another story. But today, it's one of the good times. So I've yeah. So at this point, I've gained me two confidential informants, and when I got these confidential informants, both of them, like every week, a piece was giving me good intel. So I had this one confidential informant, which was a female, and she used to be a drug addict. And she would tell me, man, this guy, he just keeps calling me to sell me drugs. Like I don't really like him because he's attracted to me. And every time I go to buy, in the past, every time I went to buy drugs from him, he's always making passes at me, and I just don't really like him like that. And so I just brush him off, So I'm like, okay. And, so when she said she really didn't want to deal with him, I was just like, okay, well, don't worry about him then. We'll just leave him alone. So, she's got me other successful, licks. We call them licks. She's gave me, a whole bunch of them. And she called me again and she said, man, he's still calling me. I said, well, hell, I guess he wants to go to jail. You need to go ahead and make that happen. She was like, okay, I'll make it happen. So we decided to meet at a location. I'm not going to say what this location is. I'm not going to give up too much information about this one because I don't want anybody to get in any kind of trouble. But so we met at a restaurant, and we was at a local pawn shop that wasn't far where we can actually see her. We had her mic'd up. We had undercover officers in the restaurant. So the guy pulls up to the restaurant. She's sitting inside getting her something to eat. The undercover officers is watching the whole thing, and I can see the guy pull up, but I'm a ways off. So he goes in, and when he looks around, I guess he recognizes one of the undercovers. I'm not sure, but for some reason he just got spooked, and he told her, come outside. And she just sat there. She didn't want to come outside. She just sat there, and he was like, come outside. And so the whole time she also, we can hear her on her mic, and she has a cell phone on, so we can also hear through the cell phone. And so she's, and the undercovers are telling us to come on, go on and hit him because he's not going to make the transaction inside the thing, and we don't want her to get in the car with him. So boom, we ride up, we hit him. And by this point, he's in the car. And yeah, by this point, by the time we make it up there, he's getting in the car. So he sees us. It's just like drug dealers. They know, they call us the jump out boys. Because we ride around in SUVs and we jump out on street corners. So when he saw us pull up, I guess he already knew who we were. So he starts to leave. We block him in and jump out. Now when we jump out, we got our vest on. Clearly says police. So I tell him, police, get out of the vehicle. The man punches the vehicle towards me. He punches the vehicle towards me. I move out the way. He hits the car. Well, the SUV was riding in. So I still got my weapon drawn on him, ordering him to get out. He bags up real violently. Car wheels squealing and everything. He bags up. He hits another car. Boom. Then he puts it in drive and he's coming back towards us again. At this point, I fire 2 shots. Bow, bow. Into the windshield. I just knew I shot this guy. This guy is still alive. He puts the car in drive and he takes off. So when he takes off, I shot 2 more shots. Bow, bow, shoot the tires out. He's still going. He hits the ambulance. Boom. So I said, okay, I'm running towards the car, to try to get him out the car. The car takes off again, flat tires. He's driving down the street, and the guy that was driving the car that I was in takes off after him. So I'm just standing there. Supervisor come. Who fired shots? Who fired shots? I did. Did you get him? I'm like, I'm not sure. I don't think so because he's driving off, but I could have sworn those shots went right through the windshield. Well, he was caught like a block away. He crashed, and they caught him with the drugs, caught him with everything. And the guy was not hit. He was not shot. Nothing. I don't know where those 2 bullets. I never did go see the car, but they said that every shot you fired hit the car. The ones that went in the windshield should have hit him, but we don't know what happened. But of course, I did shoot the tires out. So he was caught with maybe $10,000 in cash, 2 ounces of cocaine, and he had a big what we call a cookie. He had half a cookie of crack. It had already been processed. So then my CI gets on the news. My CI gets on the news, and you know how when something happens and the news reporters get there, and they're interviewing people that saw what happened. She lets them interview her. So at that point, I just stopped using her as a CI. Everything just went bad for me and her. But that's all I have for you guys today.